All right, let's start over again. Welcome, everybody. Everybody who's here, everybody who's watching virtually from home or wherever they are on their personal device. Days where we get to recognize outstanding performance and promotions are really great days on the Des Moines Fire Department. The men and women of the Des Moines Fire Department in this crazy year of crazy years has really raised the bar in every way. And in addition to all of the different kinds of responses and the kinds of preparations we've had to do, nothing has gotten left behind. And that includes seeking and achieving promotions, because we have to build for the future, and there's a good representation of that here today. Achieving outstanding performance, and we're going to recognize that here today. And so it's a big deal. This is a good day on the Des Moines Fire Department. On behalf of Mayor County and the members of the council and City Manager Scott Sanders, the Civil Service Commission, including the chairperson Linda Carter-Lewis, and also Mary E. Campos. Those two commissioners take great ownership and normally would be here, and only a global pandemic would keep those two away from our ceremonies. So we want to say thank you to all of them. They're all a part of the process that supports us and gets us to this point. One of the great things about being able to do this ceremony virtually is it provides a learning opportunity for those who aren't quite familiar with the fire department and our operations. On the fire department, the abbreviated version of our mission is to assist the public. Well, how do we do that? We have a lot of different jobs, and people fill those jobs in really great ways. And every job has a job specification, and that job specification tells the what. It tells the what they do to help us to achieve that mission. And then how we measure that is we do performance evaluations to see how well that we're achieving that mission, how well we do what we do. But days like today remind us it's more about what we do and just doing it well. It's kind of what do people bring to the table? What are the outstanding things that people are doing that make what we do so successful? And it's an opportunity for me to say thank you specifically for those things in addition to making the promotions or awarding the high performance. Part of that evaluation process is called an attribute evaluation, and that's really about what do you bring to the table. There are several parts of that I'm not going to go into all of them, but I'm going to make some specific thank yous to some of you for some of the things that you bring to the table. Everybody that's here that's getting recognized today, everybody else that's in the building that does such good work, really are high performers in all these areas, but I think it's worth bringing out just a couple of these in particular. You'll get to see Captain Chris Clement, and when I think of him, I think of character. If you want to see how to do it, watch Chris Clement. He does it quietly, he does it well, and he's always the representative that we want to be inside the fire department and outside the fire department. Captain Tim Nemers will receive his promotion today, and I think about knowledge and education, especially in the year of this global pandemic. Who else has leaned in more to what can we do with technology, not only to up our own performance, but to help all of our partners, the people that build the fire suppression systems that keep our residents safe, they make our firefighters' job better and more safe, and then how do you share that knowledge? And Tim Nemers does just that. Accountability is another one of our attributes in the attribute evaluation. I think of Captain Tony Spazzetto. Tony serves everybody on the front lines, but he's also our representative outside of the fire department. He does a lot of work that represents us as a fire department locally, at the state level, and at the national level, in addition to make sure that people have the supplies they need to do the things they need to do, and have the skill sets to be able to perform all the things they are to perform. We also have to make this work as a citywide organization financially. And he was a big part of what's called the GEMT, or our ability to get additional reimbursements to help fund this to the tune of several $1 million a year. He's a key part of that. So Captain Spazzetto, thank you. Another one of the key attributes is initiative. And in order to have initiative, you have to have purpose. And just over 3 years ago, Mitchell Duver walked into my office to interview for the position of firefighter. And he articulated with great humility of why he is meant to be here. And he has lived up to that every day since. So thank you, Mitchell. Human relations is another important attribute in our attribute evaluation. Engineer Gene Emery knows the difference between, and he's the senior guy in this group today, he's not the senior guy in this week. He knows the difference between being the person with a lot of years where things should come to them or the expectations get lighter or easier. It's quite the opposite. We've had really good conversations about what it really does is it raises the expectation. He becomes a greater asset, not only for his team, but in the mentorship of those other people in the fire department that are trying to learn, how do I do it right? I really appreciate that. Thanks, Gene. Impact is another part of our attribute evaluation. And impact is about being positive and being unstoppable. And Engineer Tad Stoner has told me on more than one occasion, no one will outwork him in this job, and I believe him. That kind of attitude, when people come into the fire department, I often will say something about, please put that feeling and that emotion into a bottle, and every couple of years, take it out and smell it, because it feels just as good later on. And he's done just that. So thank you, Tad. I appreciate that. I think the thing to do now, because we've had this process, and some of you had to wait a long time for that process, is to get on with the promotions. And so for everyone who's watching, what we're going to do is I'm going to administer the oath of office for all of the ranks at the same time, and then we will have a process where one at a time, the person being promoted will come up and we will sign and distribute their promotion certificate, and we'll take a photo, and then maybe we'll acknowledge them as a group after that. So everyone who's being promoted, please stand. Have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Iowa. I will observe and obey the rules and policies adopted by the City of Des Moines and the Des Moines Fire Department, and the orders of officers appointed over me. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. I will, well and faithfully, discharge the duties of my appointed rank for the Des Moines Fire Department as now or hereafter required by law. You may lower your hands and take your seats. I'll announce the rank and name of each of those being promoted prior to moving over to the table. So, Fire Medic Mitchell Duver. Fire Engineer Tad Stoner. Fire Engineer Eugene Emery. Fire Captain Tony Spazzetto. Fire Captain Chris Clement. Fire Captain Timothy Numbers. Let's give all of them a round of applause. Thank you, and well done. I was recently in a conversation about working and living in the public safety environment, and it had to do with police departments and fire departments, and specifically the Des Moines Fire Department, the Des Moines Police Department. And I made a comment about I love going to work. I love working with the people that I work with. They're pretty much unstoppable. And the question came back to me about what is it that you love about the police officers and firefighters in the city of Des Moines? Because they seem like they're inseparable, and you can't tell the comments about them about. And what I answered back was, it's not because all these men and women are heroes, or because they keep me safe, or because they keep my family safe. All of you are, and all of you do, but that's not what it's about. It's about being so blessed to work with ordinary people who so regularly do extraordinary things, individually and as groups, and in the immediacy of the moment, and looking into the future. And that just blows my mind every time. And this group of people in particular just knocks that out of the park. And so it's kind of rare that, along with the promotions, we have the opportunity to recognize one of those individual performances. And I'd ask firefighter Tyler Mark to come up and stand to my right. And what I want to do is I'm going to read a certificate that recognizes firefighter Mark's performance that's earned him the certificate of meritorious conduct. You bet. And the certificate reads, Des Moines Fire Department Certificate of Meritorious Conduct is hereby presented to firefighter Tyler Mark for your exceptional performance on April 15th, 2020 during a carbon monoxide emergency. After learning that a house was filled with extremely high levels of carbon monoxide and a victim was incapacitated on the second floor of the residence, firefighter Tyler Mark donned his SCBA, located the semi-conscious victim upstairs, and removed him from the hazardous environment, utilizing an extremity carry. Firefighter Mark displayed quick, decisive thinking, and exceptional strength to make this positive impact on the outcome of the patient. It is with tremendous gratitude that you are hereby presented with the Des Moines Fire Department's Certificate of Meritorious Conduct. And that is nothing short of outstanding. Congratulations. Congratulations to all of you. I know the future is even brighter than the present for you and for all of us because of your hard work. I certainly appreciate it. And I know that all the other members of the fire department that are here agree with me on that. I want to thank everybody who came today and is watching virtually at home and at work. And thanks to everybody who helped these people be successful. We do things individually and as teams constantly, and that's a big part of why we're all successful. So thanks to all of you. This concludes our ceremony for today, and we'll convene tomorrow to make some more promotions. Thank you very much.